One of our nurses, Sarah, has just come in for a day shift. She's done her 3 nights, has had a break and is now back on days. She's changed into a Zoe's Place tunic and has her fully covered nurse's shoes on. These shoes have walked many a hospital corridor. They've done miles and miles around NHS paediatric units, but not here. When we say this is a home from home, we mean it. Sarah tells me, I'm down on the floor playing with some of the most remarkable, wonderful children I've ever met. Sarah sees herself here long term. The hospice movement calls her not just because of the care it offers, but also that it's a beacon of hope to families and a challenge for society. For one moment her smile slips and there's a fierce determination on her face. Society shouldn't just jump to conclusions and shouldn't just stare. Yes, these children bring difficult times, but they also bring so much joy and so much love. Sarah tells me she feels so much privilege in being part of our family's lives, and you can tell it's not just lip service. She's so passionate about her nursing. The conditions our children have are incredibly complex, and their needs change dramatically over time. This may be down to growth, progression of condition, or perhaps due to surgeries. This presents certain challenges, particularly for parents when there might not be clear pathways. If the future is unknown, it can be very hard to manage expectations. The beauty of a place like Zoe's is that Sarah and our other clinical staff get to know each child and their families exceptionally well. They are not just a patient that happens to cross through your ward, she says, but they are someone you know very well. We can see a change in a child. We recognise each child's sounds, their coughs, their laughs, and their distress signals. This is very important, particularly at night. We have half-hourly observations, but we are also able to respond extremely quickly and appropriately when a child needs medical care. Being a nurse-led unit, night times carry another level of responsibility. There isn't a consultant in another room, and it may not be appropriate to call parents. Therefore, the nurse in charge really is in charge. She makes the split-second decisions and ensures that the agreed-upon pathways are followed. This, Sarah tells me, validates me as a nurse. I'm incredibly proud of my training and my skills. When there is a crisis, I know our nurses are the right people to be there, as we are the ones trained and prepared to work with incredibly complex conditions. And should a child need to go to the hospital, then the nurse goes too. Yes, it's hard work, and yes, I do sometimes cry, especially at the end of life. But it is without doubt the happiest place I have ever worked. I get to make the most of every day and go home happy that I've made a difference. You see, on that day, we did all we could to make the most of every single minute of these precious little lives. Sarah's contagious, bright and wide smile bursts onto her face when she tells me about her favourite part of the day. I love bath time. I love giving them a bath in our wonderful jet bath, then wind down with a massage, sensory time, story, cuddle and bed. How lucky am I that I get to do that? Yet again, I get a glimpse of the fact that hospice nursing really is a vocation for Sarah. She tells me that the children themselves get to choose their bedtime story. No matter what we're doing, they always get a choice. And if it takes them 10 minutes, then we spend 10 minutes choosing. A simple eye flicker or tiny hand gesture, a movement towards the book, however minute, is an indication that we take seriously. Their lives are so controlled by health professionals and their conditions that if I can give them a bit of control back and independence, then I will do. I want to show them that their choices are important and we value them. This is one of the positive things about Zoe's Place. We have time to give to the children. We are not constrained by ward timetables. We have the luxury of one-to-one nursing care so that staff like Sarah can really get to know the child they are caring for and understand each verbal and non-verbal sign. And how lucky is Zoe's Place for having such devoted, professional and caring staff like Sarah.